Hello and welcome to Solent Sports News. I'm Matas Baranauskas with your 3:30 Bulletin. Practice has just finished in Formula 1 ahead of Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The cars have been on track with the teams making last-minute tweaks before the qualifying tomorrow and the big race on Sunday. Charles Leclerc posted the best lap time in the Ferrari with Verstappen second and Bottas third. Lewis Hamilton, however, has called for social change in Saudi Arabia in the build-up to the race, after mass executions have been taking place in the country. The seven-time world champion has stated he is uncomfortable racing in the country, but he will still be competing over the weekend. One driver who won't be present in Saudi Arabia is Sebastian Vettel, who has been ruled out of the race this weekend because of COVID-19. The Aston Martin driver missed last week's Bahrain race due to the coronavirus. He has failed to recover in time to compete in Jeddah. Vettel will be replaced by Nico Hülkenberg. Bournemouth's Vitality Stadium will be the host of England under-21s this evening as they take on Andorra. The game is 2023 UEFA European Under-21s Championship qualifying match, and England will be looking to extend their unbeaten run in the group. Manager Lee Carsley believes that his side will have more than enough to qualify.
We've got some good players here, so we should be competing, and we should be in the finals and pushing other nations, because everyone's in the same position. A lot of other countries do similar to what we do by pushing the players up early, and if they're good enough, they should go up.
Italy and Chelsea midfielder Jorginho has said his two penalty misses will haunt him for the rest of his life. During the World Cup qualifier group stage, the 30-year-old missed penalties in both of Switzerland fixtures that Italy ended up drawing. The European champions failed to top the group entering the playoffs, where they were shocked in the 1-0 home defeat to North Macedonia last night. Manchester United midfielder Bruno Fernandes is set to sign a new 5-year contract at Old Trafford. Talks between Fernandes' representatives and Manchester United were placed on hold at the turn of the year, but picked up again with a breakthrough in negotiations. The Portugal international, currently involved in the World Cup playoffs, is reportedly expected to double his weekly pay packet, shifting to £240,000 a week. Liverpool and Manchester City fans to be given 100 free buses for the Wembley semi-final. Fans of both clubs and mayors of the respective cities had asked for a venue change, given no trains are running from either city to London that weekend. The FA has also promised a number of free return bus services for Manchester City fans attending the Women's FA Cup semi-final away to West Ham. Arsenal have confirmed Saturday's Women's Super League match against Tottenham has been postponed due to the COVID outbreak in the Spurs camp. The game, which was originally due to take place at Emirates Stadium, will now be subject to a revised date, paving the way for Emirates Hayes Chelsea to move top of the table should they claim victory over Leicester. Reigning champions Chelsea have trailed Arsenal for most of the season, with Hayes believing that this season's race to go to the title will go all the way to the wire. Eastleigh are back in action this weekend, hoping to bounce back from 3 consecutive defeats. The Spitfires take on the league leaders Stockport at the Silver Lake Stadium, which promises to be a challenging game for a struggling Southall side. Recently appointed manager Lee Bradbury will be hoping his side can find the form when they did his first game in charge when his side won 4-1 against Wealdstone. The manager will be hoping that home advantage will give his team a much needed boost.
I don't think fans realise how much of an effect they can have on players, collectively. If a group of fans are positive and sound like they're enjoying the game and encouraging, that makes a massive difference for the players, especially when times are hard.
The second day of England Test match against the West Indies is underway. I'm here with Joe Parker. So Joe, how was the first day for England?
Thank you very much for having me, Matas. And the first day yesterday was very much of the old England. The batsmen not performing at all and having to be bailed out by the bowlers. Just this time the bowlers were bailing them out with the bat, with Saqib Mahmood and Jack Leach putting on that 90 partnership at the end to drag England through to what is nearly a competitive score on that pitch.
And how England are doing today?
Well, they've just taken the first wicket. Stokes has just got Craig Brathwaite LBW for 17, leaving West Indies 52 for 1. But Stokes, just after taking that wicket, did have to leave the field with an injury. So Joe Root will be hoping to have him back on the field soon, because he looks like the most promising of England's bowlers at the moment.
Thank you, Joe. Andy Murray is set to play top seed Daniil Medvedev in the second round of the Miami Open. The Brit, who is currently ranked 85th in the world, beat Federico Del Bonis 7-6, 6-1 to progress in the competition. Medvedev will be aiming to reach at least the semi-final spot in order to replace world number 1 Novak Djokovic. The city of Southampton and India have joined forces in Project AIM to increase opportunities in your sport. Our correspondent Niall Cahill tells us more.
Walk through the doors of Southampton Civic Centre on Thursday evening and you will find yourself surrounded by an exciting package that provides new sporting opportunities and connects ties between UK and India. The UK Elite Sports Group has introduced a sports and education residential package that offers a variety of bespoke tours with intentions to develop youth players and provide them with an invaluable life experience. Gemma Nichols is Commercial and Marketing Director for Southampton's bid to become City of Culture in 2025. She shares her excitement and importance of UK ESG's package.
Our connection as City of Culture is to really be here and get behind this great initiative today. Through the City of Culture bid, what we're trying to do is really celebrate our international links, and one of those being our developing links with India, so whether that's through education, maritime, our port connectivity, or our innovations, research and development, or in particular in this case, sport. So we know that sport is a huge part of Southampton's culture, so we're proud to be here today to really celebrate that.
Southampton Civic Centre's classic architectural style provided fantastic aesthetics for all attendees. The building that was built over 80 years ago was fitting for an event with so much glamour. Delicious food and drink provided by Sanjay Restaurants and Events had helped share the Punjabi experience. The premium catering service had relaxed guests into what would be a fantastic evening. Councillor Daniel Fitzhenry is the leader of Southampton City Council. He is looking forward to the future of what UK ESG's package brings.
Well, very much so, and certainly as Southampton being at the forefront of this relationship between India and the UK, we want to make sure not only do we sort of build on the work with the cricket and everything else that's going on, but really heighten the profile and make sure that Southampton is right in the centre of this new relationship with India.
The presentations were held in a beautiful room with many eye-catching decorations. Speakers took their turns to express their thoughts in an event that lasted just under an hour. One of the most heartfelt and emotional speeches came from the CEO of UK ESG, Chris Vatanes. Go Southampton's Executive Director, Jill Semper, appreciates the work UK ESG have done.
I think the India dimension is one of the most exciting things that's happening in Southampton at the moment, this new partnership with India. I think it could bring all sorts of stuff to the city, and I really applaud UK ESG for supporting that effort.
With many of UK ESG's partners working together from India and Southampton, they become a force that won't be stopping until youth players can achieve their dreams.
Britain Josh Warrington says he has the opportunity to be the man again and reclaim his IBF featherweight title when he takes on Spain's Kiko Martinez in Leeds on Saturday. The 31-year-old, who made all three defenses of the belt between 2018 and 2019, will be fighting in front of the home crowd at the First Direct Arena. Warrington beat Martinez in the close point decision at the same venue in 2017, but is coming off a loss and a draw in his last two previous fights. In basketball news, Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant is expected to miss at least 2 weeks with right knee soreness. The Grizzlies' leading scorer, 27 points per game, has missed the last 2 games after tweaking the knee against Atlanta last Friday. The team coach, Taylor Jenkins, said that they will evaluate All-Star point guard who has missed 17 games so far this season in 2 weeks. In the rugby, there was a joy for the Solent men's first team as they were crowned Western Tier 4A League champions. George Harrison has more.
Solent men's rugby played their last game of the season against UWE Bristol on Wednesday. A lovely sunny day at Test Park saw UWE kick the game off. Solent lost their first match in a reverse fixture 22-12 and have gone into this game looking for revenge. Bristol started off with the first try of the game. Ben Shannon became an unstoppable tank to try and help bring Solent back into the game. but UWE hit back quickly with another try after some poor defending. A smart tap and go from Gaz Schroeder lets Murray Dewar shimmy his way into UWE's try area. Solent ruthlessly loaded pressure onto UWE, which led to another try for the home team. A conversion from Schroeder gives a comfortable lead for Solent going into half-time. The champions start the second half and find themselves extending their lead. A brilliant dummy from Schroeder gave him a clear open path to the try line for yet another try. The final whistle was music to Solent's ears as Bristol were close to catching up. The final score was 38-34 to the league champions, and the respect was shown after the game with a guard of honour for both teams. Solent's captain, Ben Sherborne, was extremely proud of his team's performance in the game and throughout the season.
For long it's been about squad effort, and it's always been a squad effort. 1 to 50 players we've got in this team have all put in the effort to come out as champions of the league. We scored, a little stat for you, we scored the most points in Solent Rugby history as a team this year. We've won the league, and we've had, I think our points difference was 2 or 3 times bigger than anyone else in the team, so we've had a hell of a season, and I'm just really proud of the whole team.
Manager Stephen Judd expressed his thanks for a successful final season as head coach at Solent.
I can't take all the credit for myself. I've got a team around me. Sam, come here. I've got a whole team around me that works for it. I've got the committee, I've got the boys work great. Sam here, my assistant coach. Incredible. That's it, who's done it. It's teamwork, and it's all just come through.
Going for another one next season?
Sam is likely to be taking over next season. Going for another one next season?
We'll solidify ourselves first and then go for it the season after.
Congratulations Solent. George Harrison, Solent Sports News.
That's all from us this week. Have a good weekend.